following is a presentation of GRS TV.
We set the bar high. On top, cause we so fly. Name in the bright lights. Looking like a star shot. We set the bar high. On top, cause we so fly. Name in the bright lights. Looking like a star shot.
With Thanksgiving on the horizon, a playoff feeling is in the air. And tonight, two of the top three teams in District 9-6A square off in preparation for what each hopes will be a run through the postseason. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Scott Garner. Bobby George with us tonight. We welcome you to Williams Stadium tonight, where Naaman Forest takes on Rowlett. And these Naaman Forest Rangers come in 3-1. They were picked to win the district. They're in first place right now, and this quite a dress rehearsal for what they hope will be a big showdown next week with North Garland, but they've got some business to do tonight.
Well, I tell you, it was a big disappointment last week with the Eagles going into HBJ Stadium and going in as the top dog in the district, undefeated, and they take a huge loss that basically kicks them out of the playoffs last week against an Ophir team in Wiley. Now, Wiley played a great game, and they didn't look like a team that hadn't lost any games, but boy, or won any games, but man, they played good against Rowlett. Rowlett takes the loss. Now, they're both two teams out here now, 3-1. Good teams. This is going to be a battle. But what does Rowlett have to play for here? And that's what's going to we'll see right there. Are they going to come out fired up and wanting to play hard, or are they going to just lay down because they know their season was basically lost last week?
Well, Rowlett has Newton and Yarborough back deep to receive, and the kick by Castillo is going to be high. It'll be muffed and around the goal line, and then picked up there. He's going to bring it out. Here comes Yarborough across the 15, and then taken off of his feet there. So that's where they will go on offense to start. Burkwell with the special teams tackle, and so we'll get a chance to see them first as we go from Williams Stadium tonight. Again, we play here in late November, and generally this would be the time where the postseason would already be here, but not this year. Yeah,
and they're very fortunate that tonight is a beautiful night. I mean, you got just a little bit of a wind, and it's perfect weather. It's about 70 degrees outside, so the wind shouldn't be a problem with throwing the ball. You shouldn't be too hot. It's not too muggy. It's just a perfect night in November.
Trey Carr is the quarterback, and he's going to be pressured to start, and he tries to flip it out to his safety valve. They try to set up a screen there to Newton, but way too much pressure that time by Naaman Forest, and it goes incomplete. This Naaman Forest strength is in the front. We saw Devin Deal right off the bat.
Yeah, there's the big guys right there in the front. Devin Deal, you got to touch him at least. You got to hit him, or he's just going to disrupt everything because he is so fast. Him and Dunn right there will anchor that left side, and they are beasts.
They are really, really strong. Already a two-lane commit, Devin Deal. 2nd and 10. They throw the slant back behind his man, and it's caught nonetheless. Jordan DeLuna making a second grab. He's short of the first down, picks up 6.
He makes a great grab here because that ball is way behind him, and I think the Forest defender thought he was going to pick one off right here. He was just sitting there waiting for it.
So 3rd and 3 needed for Rowlett. Again, coming off the loss, a heartbreaking loss, 30-27 last week, right here on GRS TV. Showing blitz in the middle. They're going to run the draw to the middle of Yarborough, and he's going to be short. It appears, depending on the spot, looks like he's going to be about a half a yard short. But a good play in the middle by Mackay Bird, the outside backer.
What does he? Yeah, they just took him right off of his feet. Didn't let him extend. Boy, where they marked that, they've got the yard marker way back behind.
Yeah, they
where
do.
The ball is.
They haven't yet moved the down box from the previous play, and the head linesman is going to talk about it. I thought that was a good play by Mackay Bird, who's new to this Naaman Forest program, on that 3rd down play to try to force the 3 and out. Oh, they're going to give him a first down out of it.
How about that? I knew it was pretty close, but they had that yard marker about 3 yards short. It's hard to see from where the ball was spotted and where that marker was going to be set to make sure that that thing was going to be a first or not. I thought they might come out and measure.
Trey Carr, 44 of 83. Thought it was going to go under center, but he'll go out of the shotgun. 4 wide receivers here. Going to run the read option, drop the ball. Carr's going to pick it up and run to the short side of the field and get tracked down from behind. What a play by this Naaman Forest defense. Tyance Landrum, the best athlete on the team, chased him down.
Yeah, he's a senior, 6 foot, 170 pounds. A lot of times you'll see a play like that spring, and then all of a sudden they make a huge play out of it. But no, not this time. Landrum tracks him down with his speed there and wraps him up and throws him down. Boy, it's a huge loss for the Eagles.
Big play for Landrum. They lose 9. 2nd and 19. Rowlett going the opposite direction here. Well, the front 4, the linebackers for Naaman Forest. Maybe the best front 7 in this league.
Probably right. You got those 4 down linemen are huge, and they got some quick backers behind them.
Carr on the post, has his man, and he dropped it. They're going to rule it incomplete. Trying to hit Hector Soto, who had 10 catches coming in, and he just couldn't grab it.
Well, they should have gave him 2 catches for that one right there, and a fumble. I mean, come on. Boy, he's coming across there wide open. So, right on the money. Uh-oh.
Juggled it, had it for a moment. I think had he taken one more step, they might have credited the catch. But having dropped it, didn't want that.
I think he probably would have had the first down if he was able to control that thing.
Rowlett 3-1 coming in. 3rd and 19. RPO and intercepted at the 40-yard line. Picked it off, and he's got a chance. Inside the 15, down inside the 10-yard line. Matua Magwa with a 2nd interception of the season.
That ball just got up there, it got high. Just a little bit outside. And over the top, and boy, what a great catch, and what puts Naaman Forest right in the pay money on that side of the field, inside the 10-yard line.
Boy, give him a short field. How about Matua Magwa? What a job in traffic. Had 20 grabs coming in. That is 2nd interception. A guy that runs a 4.6 40, and he was in the right place at the right time. Austin Valdez is the quarterback for Naaman Forest, handing it off to Kingsley Bennett, and Bennett gets 2.
Well, they're going to be able to get to him. Bennett's now, he's really fast, but he's not a big, thick runner. They also have Jahari Lee, number 20, right there behind Valdez. So they'll switch those 2 guys up. They'll have a real quick, shifty runner, and then they'll come in with Jahari Lee, 200-pounder, to pound the ball.
They've got Lee in there right now. He gets the call. Trying to get a block, can't. Gets snowed under, got 2, maybe 3. And a good play down inside by Trayvon Timms, the tackle.
Yeah, they were able to get through, man. That was just a great job by the linebackers coming in there, and then Timms filling in the gap and finishing the play off.
Triple option. Vasquez to the end zone, incomplete. Broken up. Oh, a nice play by Jaden Ellis to break up that pass.
Well, he has 2 players. He's got number 2 right there below. Bennett was wide open if he would have just brought that thing down, but he went to Deal. Deal's his big receiver. I mean, it's hard not to go ahead and throw it to Deal because Deal can really make a play for you, but he really had Bennett right on the underneath pass that he probably should have went to. That could have been a touchdown.
23 yards for Francisco Castillo, and he's good. So, Eagles hold on defense, but 3 being notched by Naaman Forest to start. 8:09 to go here in this first quarter on GRS TV.
If you think all education is equal, think again. In Garland ISD, we believe that choice determines destiny. With the freedom to choose your school and customize learning, no other district compares to Garland ISD. A 21st century education, pre-K through 12, with career and tech courses, college degrees, national merit recognition, and advanced academics that not only prepare students for college, but prepare them for life. You want the best? Choose the best. Visit garlandisd.net and enroll your children today. We're bigger than Texas. We are Garland, USA.
Naaman Forest capitalizing on the interception. Ends up getting just 3, however. They were set up in the red zone. And a 23-yard field goal by Francisco Castillo, making it 3-0 in favor of Naaman Forest, as the Eagles will have it back. Francisco Castillo will kick it off. Yarborough and Dewanye Newton back deep to receive. In a game that is kind of a dress rehearsal for the Naaman Forest Rangers. They've got a big game next week, and there's a big leg, and Castillo almost put that thing through the uprights.
Wow, man, we were just talking about that, how far he kicked that through the uprights for that field goal. Boy, he shows how strong his legs are right there. That was out of the back of the end zone off the kickoff from the 40. So
thought it was a big win for Rowlett to hold him to 3 there.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, you know, that was a great stop defensively. Ellis making a big play down there against Deal, the big receiver.
Colton Yarborough next to Trey Carr. Carr with 55 carries on the season. He's going to throw it here, though, on the screen. It's caught, line of scrimmage. Soto with first down yardage and more. Ends up with 13 before he's pushed out of bounds there by the safety, Tristan Johnson.
Tristan Johnson, man, that guy makes more plays than anybody you'll ever see. We'll have to keep our eye on him today. I know when they played, was it Flower Mound towards the beginning of the season, he had 3 turnovers by himself.
Another screen, this time broken up at the line of scrimmage. Boy, what a play by Landrum. He's everywhere. Middle linebacker, fast, relentless, and was able to get in there and break that screen up.
Well, they tried it on the other side. Just go ahead and think we're going to do it on the right side now. And boy, Landrum said, not over here. I've seen that before.
Boy, what a play by Landrum. We've seen him make 2 or 3 plays already here in the early goings. Fast and relentless Mike linebacker. He had a torn meniscus at the end of last year. 2nd and 10, and the ball's out.
Again.
It's on the ground at the bench point and picked up by Naaman Forest. It's the 2nd turnover in as many possessions for Rowlett. Tommy Dunn picks it up.
I mean, we've seen it a couple of times now. Been on the ground twice in 2 possessions.
Boy, another turnover. First the Magwe interception, and now a fumble at the mesh point, running the option, and Naaman Forest getting another short field.
Yeah, and they were really, the first possession, they had a fumble from the quarterback exchange again. He was able to pick it up.
Screen played a deal, and he's taken down immediately. Boy, that's a really nice play by a rallying defense, including a backup corner in Johnny Henderson.
Yeah, he comes in there and makes a big stop right there on Deal. Before he even gets to breaking up that play, he's got to go through another offensive receiver trying to block him, and he does it. Reads it quickly. Henderson makes a good play there.
2nd and 10, we've got a flag before the snap.
False start. 75 of the offense. 5 yards. 2nd down.
So this goes against Naaman Forest. And again, if you just joined us, Magwa with an interception for Naaman Forest. And then Tommy Dunn comes up with a fumble recovery with all kinds of problems at the mesh point, as you see the head coach there for Naaman Forest, Jesse Perales. Austin Valdez, I think, is back in motion Going to throw it here, going to throw it deep up the seam, and just out of the reach of Kingsley Bennett, who ran right between the numbers and the hash marks and was able to get past his defender.
Wow. Oh, Rowlett dodged a bullet right there, because Bennett comes out of the backfield, sets up in the slot, and then just runs a go pattern. And there was a great matchup because there was a big linebacker on Bennett, and Bennett's just so much faster.
Yeah, it was Isaiah Armstrong, who's one of their faster players, a 2-year starter on this Rowlett team, and he just blazed right past him. It's third down. 3rd and 15. Valdez deep in single coverage, and it's caught for the first down. Bryson Huey comes up with his 11th catch of the year. Henderson brought him down, but a pickup of 24 on the play, and they may call it incomplete.
I think they are calling it incomplete. And again, Henderson on the coverage does a great job coming over with his right hand and being able to knock that ball out. I mean, the ball was right there on the money. Watch it come across right there and knock that thing out. Ball comes out, see it on the ground?
Yeah, it came
there
out the very last, didn't it? What great breakup right. I thought Huey for sure had that ball. They went right to the man coverage.
Yeah, they're picking the correct plays. I mean, both those plays were right there to be made. Good play calling by the offense coordinator.
Francesco Scaffetti bobbles it, loses it. It's on the ground. Rowlett with a chance for a scoop and score, but they'll have it anyway. Boy, you can hear the coaches next to us. They wanted a scoop and score, but they couldn't quite get it. Trayvon Timms grabbed it.
Yeah, I mean, Trayvon Timms is a big defensive lineman, so I mean, he's not picking up scoring. He's been told his whole his career is you get on that ball and don't allow anybody else to get it. And he does exactly that. He said, this is my ball right here.
Had a chance for a breakaway. Would have been a jailbreak, too. You could tell that was set up.
Yeah, there was nobody there, just the kicker, and he was on the ground.
Boy, it's been kind of a first quarter of mishaps here between these two teams. But it's the best starting field position by far for Rowlett here at their own 43-yard line. Going to keep it on the ground, and a swarming Naaman Forest defense doesn't allow for much. Again, that's the strength of their team. DeWanye Newton, who came in averaging 5.4 a carry, gets just 1.
I tell you, you got to give a lot of credit to that Rowlett defense because, you know, they had the first turnover and by Mateo getting down there inside the 10. They hold them to 3 points, and then they get this turnover again with a fumble, and Naaman Forest had a big chance to make something happen there, and the defense, you know, snuffed out the punt and put it on the ground. Now the Eagles got some great field position.
Boy, a sweep to Yarborough, and they strung it out nicely. Terrence Landrum was the first guy there, and then Magua finished it off. They get just 1 on a little sweep to the near side.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to sweep to that side when you got Devin Dill and Landrum over there on that side. They just force it out.
Well, they string it out. And, you know, the backers and the ends do such a good job of setting the edge. You know, we saw this team a few weeks ago, and Naaman Forest defense appears to have improved since then.
I think so, too. That front four is really good, and now you're starting to see those linebackers, how quick and athletic they have become.
3rd and 8. Out to the left, it's caught, got to shake 3 or 4 guys and can't. Well short of the first down, and just a little hitch out to Hector Soto, who makes his second grab of the night. Trey Carr hits him early, but Thompson ends up pushing him backwards. It'll be 4th and 6.
He just didn't have anywhere to go. Thompson over there again, and I tell you, they said, okay, you can throw that. We'll let you throw that a couple of times. It's just not been anything there. Once they do throw it, there's a swarm of orange jerseys.
Jacob Martin to punt. Rowlett going 3 and out. Kingsley Bennett back deep to receive. Wobbly. Gonna let it hit. Not a very long punt at all. 24 on the boot. So Naaman Forest will have this back. The Rangers are up 3-0. It's getting a little breezy down here. That south wind here in late November. But, Bobby, this Naaman Forest team, they are getting set for what will be a huge clash next week with North Garland. This kind of a dress rehearsal, as we mentioned.
Well, North Garland's got those big wide receivers.
They're going to stream, but whistles blow prior to the snap. Somebody moved. Or no, a timeout going to be called by Rowlett.
It was a good timeout because Naaman comes out there.
I'm out. Rowlett, first of the half.
Naaman comes out there and puts 3 or 4 wide to the right, and Deal down by himself with a blocker, so 2 on the left, and Eagles just didn't have enough people over there on either side. I think everybody went to the left side where they had, you know, trips to the left and just let one defender over Deal. And boy, they tried to get it out there to Deal real quick, and if he would have gotten it there before that whistle, there was just nobody out there to defend Deal if he caught it.
And you know, we knew coming in this was going to be a defensive matchup. These two teams now, after 5 possessions, have combined for 12 total yards.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
it.
Yeah, these two defensive line, it's the defensive line just so good on both squads.
Well, it's interesting to watch how these two teams sort of attack each other. And Naaman Forest has taken advantage of 2 turnovers, but I think Rowlett's done a better job of minimizing the damage. And you can see Ubakun ends up prompting some movement from that offensive line.
False start. 56 of the offense. 5 yards. First down.
Yeah, because they've been 2 really good turnovers that have really put Naaman Forest in good field position, and the Eagles defense have just really shut them down. Again, 12 total yards you see.
Left guard that moved, and Kingsley Bennett had a chance to cut it to the outside, but ends up getting tracked down by Johnny Ray, the outside linebacker. Picking the penalty yardage back, but that's it.
Yeah, Johnny Ray getting in there quick. Did you see that? See that angle he took?
Yeah. You know, Johnny Ray, he can hold his own too. These running backs are having a hard time getting to the point of attack and getting good yardage. Kingsley Bennett again will get another chance and tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Another tackle for a loss for these two teams. Rowlett means business tonight. Isaiah Armstrong in there now. Johnny Ray too.
Yeah, just nowhere. Look at that. Just come right down to the outside. It looks like they had a blitz going on. They had all those down linemen going to the inside, making Bennett hop to the outside, and there's where the linebackers were sitting.
Austin Valdez will probably tempt the airways. Blitz shown. He hasn't completed a pass in 4 tries. This his first. It goes to Bennett. Makes a cut. He has a first down. Biggest play of the game for the Rangers without question. As 27 yards are picked up, they immediately go to Kingsley Bennett. Barkwell shoved him out.
I mean, it was a full-on blitz. Rowlett looked like they were bringing the house, and then they had Ubakun from the tight end, the defensive end spot, jump out to try to cover Bennett, and there's just, you know, that's just a guy that's out of position trying to cover Bennett in the open field.
Kingsley Bennett came in with just 5 grabs on the year. That no doubt his biggest. Moves the sticks for Naaman Forest.
Yeah, they had the Eagles in that defense.
Boy, nice run off tackle. This is Bennett breaking it to the outside. He's got a chance to go inside the 20. A foot race. Goal line. And out of bounds at the 1-yard line. 46 yards for Kingsley Bennett. Jaden Ellis saved the touchdown.
I guess Ellis just chased him down and saved it because I thought Bennett was going to get there. Ellis showing his speed. Well, a great block right there by the receiver. We just reach and just got him right there. Wow.
Full house backfield. And they give it to the big man, Jahari Lee, and he's in for the score. Jahari Lee comes up with the touchdown.
Well, I like the play. Look at that. You get Brown and Deal, 2 of the biggest guys on the team that love to hit people, lead blocking. That's hard to stop.
1-yard touchdown for Jahari Lee, who has become more committed to this ball club as this season has rolled along. He's really working himself into game shape, and he proves to be big on the goal line here as the point after by Francisco Castillo makes it a 10-0 game with 3:16 to go in this first quarter on GRS TV.
In Garland ISD, we're providing a higher level of education. Our students not only choose their own path to success, but arrive there faster. We're eliminating thousands of dollars in college tuition costs with our P-Tech and early college high school programs. Students can graduate with as many as 60 college credit hours, an associate's degree, or an industry certification, all for free, and all from the comfort of a traditional high school. By teaming up with area colleges and industry partners like Microsoft, Google, Parkland Hospital, Wells Fargo, and Gulf States Toyota, our students are gaining real work experience and real college credit. So be inspired, be amazing, be whoever you want to be. Choose Garland ISD.
A minute 44, the time of the drive, as this Naaman Forest team takes a 10-0 lead. A 5-play drive, less than 2 minutes. And it ends up going 72 yards for the score. Big boot for Castillo, and Naaman Forest has to begin from their own 25. 5 plays, 72 yards. And this Naaman Forest team, again, coming out workmanlike tonight and doing it as they have all year with their defense.
Well, they depend on that big interior linemen. They got some big defensive guys, and we've been talking about their linebacker squad being very athletic, long and strong. And then that offensive line, I mean, you know, that big play by Bennett getting 40-something yards down there, I mean, that's all predicated on that offensive line really dominating on that interior and letting Bennett pop out to the outside and take off.
We'll see if Naaman Forest can make something happen here. They are down 10-0, rather Rowlett. They swing it out into the flat. Yarborough up the left sideline being swarmed, pushed out of bounds. Ended up getting 6 on that play before pushed down by Magua.
I think he had to run 20 yards, though. That ball was thrown behind. I mean, if he doesn't catch that, that's a fumble. So he does a great job finding his lead blocker, and he's an athletic little guy right there at Yarborough.
He is. He's athletic and just a junior. He'll be back next year. I love his ability to be physical, but he's got a little finesse about him, too. Good footwork. Low to the ground. Guy that's not afraid to put his hat down and get up in there, too. Play action on the RPO. Incomplete. A little sticker out intended there for Yarborough, and that'll be 3rd down and short.
Well, that was another dangerous play. We look where this ball goes. It's just so outside. It could have just been picked off so easy right there. It's just between players.
Wanye Newton in there at running back on this 3rd down and short play. And again, coming into the drive, Trey Carr 3 of 7 for just 21 yards in this game. Now 3 of 8. 3rd and 3. Option. Carr to use his feet. Got hit at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be short. Got tackled, maybe a gain of 1. That's it, and it looks like Naaman Forest has held yet again.
Wow. That's unbelievable. I thought, man, they've got to get that first down, and they go with the option play. But look, there's just nobody there. I mean, if he pitches that ball, I think there was enough guys out there to stop the pitch play as well. Just well played by the guys in orange. It was, and that defensive tackle, Sean Garcia, who backs up Marcus Deal at that 3 technique, did a really good job of wrapping up and making that tackle. So Rowlett will have to punt it away again. Kingsley Bennett is back deep. They angle it away from him. It's a short punt. It'll be killed. And just 25 yards this time on the boot. Interesting, they
you know, are trying to do things that we saw them try to do last week against Wiley, and it appeared to be working better against Wiley than what we've seen tonight. But they knew that coming in. They knew that playing this front four for Naaman Forest was going to be a big challenge for them.
Yeah, you know, it looks like they've come out trying to throw the ball against them as well. You know, I think they think, well, maybe we're not going to be able to run real well against that front four. Let's try to throw it. And they've been doing little quick passes, but they haven't really worked for them.
Into the flat again with this aggressive Rowlett defense. They decide to go with the swing pass, and Tristan Johnson makes his first grab of the night. He had 6 grabs in the last ball game.
I mean, he had guys everywhere. He plays offense, catches the ball for them, plays defense as a defensive back. Super athlete.
They're getting 7 on the play. 2nd down and 3. Yeah, big time athlete. Was really good in their initial scrimmage that they had, and they knew they had something at that point. He had really improved. 2nd and 3, they'll run a counter to Bennett. Puts his foot in the ground, gets the first down. And what a great cut by Kingsley Bennett, just 160 pounds. Ja'Cory Brown, the tackle, makes his first stop.
They're starting to get some room in there. I mean, it looks like that line is starting to move people around. Ja'Cory Brown's coming from the 2-tech position. You see where he's lining up. He's lining up right over the ball.
Yeah.
And he has to make that play 6 yards down the field.
6 guys on the line of scrimmage, and instead they'll go to the slant. They've got a chance to score again. Kingsley Bennett is gone. A touchdown, 40 yards on the slant. Boy, as soon as he caught it with the blitz coming, you knew he had a chance.
I tell you, this offensive coordinator that they've got up there, they are really spreading the ball and putting it in places that it looks like they're just picking on people out there. It's like they see what they want and they're executing the play and calling a good game here. Got to give a lot of credit to that offensive coordinator.
Austin Valdez, the beneficiary of the legs of Kingsley Bennett, throwing the touchdown pass as we see Francisco Castillo put it through the uprights to make it 17-0 in the first quarter on GRS-TV. Williams Stadium, the side tonight, as these two teams playing the back half of their schedule here. Naaman Forest out to a big lead, 17-0. 40-yard touchdown pass to Kingsley Bennett. Just 3 plays in 1 minute.
Bennett's turning out to have a pretty good game. Now he's got 66 yards, 2 receptions, a touchdown. On the ground, he's got 5 attempts, 58 yards.
And again, the 3rd kickoff to go in and out of the end zone. And Rowlett will have it at their own 25-yard line. Yeah, he's had a big first half. And again, it all started with the defense. They were able to get the interception at a short field, turn that into a field goal. And I thought at that point, well, maybe Rowlett would generate some momentum having held them to a field goal. But then they ended up fumbling the ball. And then Tommy Dunn recovered that fumble. And then Naaman Forest ends up 2 possessions later with a 1-yard touchdown to Jahari Lee, capping a 72-yard drive in just 5 plays. That made it 10-0, and then the 40-yard touchdown pass we just saw to Kingsley Bennett makes it 17-0 in favor of Naaman Forest, who was picked to finish first in the district, and they're in first place right now. Trey Carr pitching it, running out left, and Wanye Newton ends up with about 5. And Newton ends up tackle there on the outside. They look like Chandler Davis.
Yeah, pitching it back again. Boy, dangerous play. Boom, 34 coming down the line right there, making a big play. Alex Salazar.
And on 2nd down and 5, they get it to the edge. Going to get a first down. Get it back into Newton's hands. Picks up 8 to move the sticks as the first quarter comes to a close. We played 12 minutes here at Williams Stadium. The Rangers have a 17-0 lead over the Eagles on GRS TV.
If you think all education is equal, think again. In Garland ISD, we believe that choice determines destiny. With the freedom to choose your school and customize learning, no other district compares to Garland ISD. A 21st century education, pre-K through 12, with career and tech courses, college degrees, national merit recognition, and advanced academics that not only prepare students for college, but prepare them for life. You want the best? Choose the best. Visit garlandisd.net and enroll your children today. We're bigger than Texas. We are Garland, USA.
So the first quarter we thought was in the books. We'll have an untimed down here. I think a penalty was being assessed there against Rowlett, so they'll mark it back about 10 yards. It appeared to be holding.
Yeah, but Rowlett might have found a little bit of something. I mean, they did that little pitch play to the left. They followed it right up, going back the other direction, the same exact play, but going to the right. And both plays got them 6-7 yards apiece. Now, they got called for holding to drop them back, but maybe they're going to find something, that quick pitch.
So an untimed down here for Rowlett. Yeah, they're trying to get it to the edge, and that seems to be something that's positive for them. And this time they go with a middle screen with the aggressive line, and Yarborough trying to get most of the penalty yardage back. Ends up with 7, and that takes us to the end of the first quarter. Tommy Dunn with the stop for Naaman Forest. So now officially at the end of the first quarter of play, it's Naaman Forest 17 and Rowlett nothing on GRS TV.
In Garland ISD, we're providing a higher level of education. Our students not only choose their own path to success, but arrive there faster. We're eliminating thousands of dollars in college tuition costs with our P-Tech and early college high school programs. Students can graduate with as many as 60 college credit hours, an associate's degree, or an industry certification, all for free, and all from the comfort of a traditional high school. By teaming up with area colleges and industry partners like Microsoft, Google, Parkland Hospital, Wells Fargo, and Gulf States Toyota, our students are gaining real work experience and real college credit. So be inspired, be amazing, be whoever you want to be. Choose Garland ISD.
Same way though.
Naaman Forest with a 17-0 lead here at Williams Stadium on a Thursday night. Scott Garner alongside Bobby George tonight. Getting a chance to look at the Rowlett Eagles coming back out, looking at a 3rd down and 6 here. Again, Rowlett comes in 3-1 after that tough loss last week to Wiley, which essentially knocked them out of the playoffs. They could still go depending on how things shake out last couple of weeks. 3rd down and 6. The throw over the middle by Card as Stiggers Blair picks up the first. Another slant, this time 11 yards to move the chains.
Well, that's what you want right there if you're the Eagles. You've had 3 pretty good positive plays. Now, they had the penalty, but, boy, you can stick that one in the chest of Stiggers Blair like that on a little slant, move the chains. That's what you're wanting right there. Get behind that big old offensive line. They're giving him plenty of time to throw it.
Carr with a play action to Yarborough. And they go with a quick hitch for 3 yards. Landrum ends up pulling down the wide receiver. 2nd and 7.
You get that big offensive line. Ty Hooker and a couple of those other guys, they're so big in there and athletic. Those are some big guys down there on that offensive line. They look really good.
And there's only one young offensive lineman. That's Standrick Cole.
And he's an all-star.
Yeah, he's the left guard there. On the screen on 2nd down. Got a chance here to break it out. And a big play, first explosive play that we have seen in this game. And goes to Jordan DeLuna. Hits his 2nd grab. They get 22 on it.
Well, that's what you want. You want to just get that. Oh, did he get it? Well, that was good coverage by our camera crew. And you just make one guy miss, and then you get down the field. Man, that's what you want to do. Spread the ball out here.
And if you're Rowlett, you want to try to crack the goose egg right here. You've gone a quarter now. It was a miserable first quarter for you. Bad pitch on the ground, and they've turned it over for the 3rd time in the game. A bad pitch to Kingsley, or to Dewanye Newton by Trey Carr, and it ends up being the third turnover of this contest. Chris Moe, the end, was able to grab it.
Yeah, we've been saying that's kind of a dangerous play. You're kind of pitching it backwards, but it's kind of been working for him. But that time, man, it's just on the ground again, and 3 turnovers when you're trying to crack the goose egg. Moe right there picking up a big play for his Naaman Forest team right there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a big play.
You know, and Moe has started all year. It's his first year to start on this team. And they'll go back to the ground this time. It's Jahari Lee who scored the last touchdown for Naaman Forest. He picks up 4.
See big old Cameron Smith, number 75 in there. He's 6'5", 320 pounds. I mean, get him and run right behind that guy.
We'll get it right back to Lee. Oh, he ran into a brick wall that time. I think they were ready for him that time. The nose guard ended up taking the brunt of it. Ja'Cory Brown. Lee to Brown. The irresistible force against the immovable object there.
Let's see, does NEM get in there? I think that's who got him right there, NEM. He just kind of pancaked his guy and let Brown get all the credit, but I think NEM's the one that knocked everybody down.
You know, NEM doesn't get as much credit, I don't think, as Ubican, but NEM, he's taller, he's thinner, and a little bit more mobile. He's just a junior.
He's big, tall,
yeah,
athletic. His arms are huge.
Naaman Forest calls a timeout with 9:24 to go.
Timeout. Naaman Forest, first of the half.
Here in this second quarter, we'll take it with them. 9:24 to play here in the second frame. It's 17-0 in favor of the Rangers. A 3rd down and 6 for Naaman Forest after they burn their first time out of the half. And they go with a triple option look this time. And Valdez throws it over the middle. A wide open Devin Deal shakes a man inside the 30 with a chance to score. Touchdown, Devin Deal. Touchdown, Rangers. 58 yards on the connection.
Well, you can't ask for a better play than that. I mean, that was tricking everybody. Look at this. Everybody goes one direction. Valdez puts it right on the money. Deal's so strong. All he's got to do is now take off. Now, look at number 15. Big Brown coming through there, chasing Deal down. 50 yards down the field.
Over 120 yards through the air for Austin Valdez, who had only 249 the whole season as the PAT is blocked. So with 9:09 to go in the second quarter, Rowlett blocks the PAT to keep it at 23-0 on GRS TV.
If you think all education is equal, think again. In Garland ISD, we believe that choice determines destiny. With the freedom to choose your school and customize learning, no other district compares to Garland ISD. A 21st century education, pre-K through 12, with career and tech courses, college degrees, national merit recognition, and advanced academics that not only prepare students for college, but prepare them for life. You want the best? Choose the best. Visit garlandisd.net and enroll your children today. We're bigger than Texas. We are Garland, USA.
Down connection from Valdez to Devin Deal. The soon-to-be Tulane Green Wave standout, I'm told, and orally committed to play over in New Orleans for his college career. We'll get a second look at the point after.
Ubicon, who gets in there? I think it's Ubicon, just jumps over everybody and gets those long arms up, knocks that thing down.
Devin Deal, always a standout for this Naaman Forest team, doing it on the offensive end and the defensive side now. And how about Austin Valdez? Now 4 of 8 through the air for Valdez for the game. 132 official yards. 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, Naaman Forest already got 193 total. 132 in the air, 61 on the ground.
Pooch kick this time. Oh, and he got blown up at the 34-yard line, and it may be targeting there as Cameron Kungamanak got hit hard.
Yeah, I think he even called for the fair catch.
We'll see. Maybe kick catch interference.
Personal foul. Number 18 in the kick. 15 yards out of the run. Automatic first down.
15 on top of the fair catch.
Yeah, see, he's calling for a fair catch there, and you catch it, and then you get one taken to your shoulder right there. Yeah, that's a 15-yarder.
So good starting field position for Rowlett. And this Naaman Forest team, they look ready to go. They've got a big game next week against North Garland. And again, the winner of that game next week will go to the postseason. I believe that's a 2 o'clock start next Friday, day after Thanksgiving.
Well, they're going to have their hands full with those big receivers that North Garland puts out there because they like to fling it around.
So Trey Carr, 8 of 13 so far, just 71 yards. Will hand it off this time to Yarborough and immediately finds the breadbasket of the big defensive tackle and taken to the ground immediately. Devin Deal got him.
Yeah, I mean, Deal comes around, looks like he's going to blitz the quarterback because it was a little pass draw play. So he just holds it and then draw. But look, he comes off that block.
Wow.
I mean, talk about a guy that makes things happen on both sides of the ball.
Well, he does. And if there's a bigger standout in this district, I'd like to see him. But he's certainly made a name for himself. He likes to stand up, too, at that end spot.
Well, you have some players that go both ways, and they're really good on one side. But, man, he's going to go to Tulane. Which side of the ball do you put him on?
Play action. They go with a slant. Catch made for a first down to Corey Kirkling, his first grab of the night. Creighton Thompson brought him down, a gain of 17.
Nice blocking in the middle, giving Carr a lot of time to throw that thing out there. Kirkland making a good catch. The Eagles just need to do something without putting the ball on the ground because their biggest enemy is turnovers.
Well, they've turned it over, 3 times already in this game? The interception and 2 fumbles. Carr on the quarterback keeper. Made 2 guys miss. Shifty move there to get inside the 30, down to the 28. Gain of close to 7 before Davis and Deal can combine to bring him down.
Good job of going one way and breaking it back. I mean, he has big linemen. You see number 72 there, Ty Hooker, sealing it off.
On the edge with a chance to get a first down here. He's going to be short by about a yard. Needed 4, looked like he got 3. And that's it.
You need 1 more yard, huh?
3rd down and 1. Carr, swing it. Caught and then blown up immediately. Antonelli Savateri ended up getting hammered by Tristan Johnson, the safety.
Man, Johnson, he's just everywhere. You see him catching passes, and now he's over there making plays on that side. I mean, look how he breaks through there so quick to make a play like that. They only needed 1 yard. Johnson gets over there to make the stop.
Short of the first down, it is going to be 4th and 2.
You got some big offensive linemen. Get behind them and run it.
6-man box here. And Carr's going to throw it. It's picked off at the 20-yard line. anticipated somebody being there, and the only guy there was Matua Magua for his second pick of the game.
Yeah, he's going to be the leading receiver for the Eagles. He was totally triple covered. And it's just boggles your mind with that big offensive line that you have, that you take 2 plays in a row. You've got a third in less than 1 yard, and you decide to pass the ball 2 times out of that.
4 turnovers in about 18 minutes now. Kingsley Bennett to the edge, forced out of bounds, picked up 8.
Donovan Moore has to fight through a big stiff arm by Bennett. Bennett really showing a little power run right there. Outruns the linebackers. Watch this. He gets that, boom. Picks up an extra 3 or 4 yards on that.
2nd and 2 now for the Rangers. Both tackles jump, free play. Valdez going to go deep and short. I mean, he knew it was a free play and immediately went ahead and went up the seam, and it goes incomplete.
That's everybody on the same page right there.
Yep.
Offsides. Number 44 of the defense. 5-yard penalty. Results in a first down.
It's a good job by the senior 5'8", 170 quarterback to know that, hey, I've got a free play. I might as well go ahead and chance it.
That's right, and you got to have your receivers knowing it too, and they're way out there, so they see the jump as well, and they know they're going deep.
And I think the wind might have caught that pass too. They're kind of going into the teeth of about a 5 to 8 mile an hour consistent breeze here.
I agree right there. I mean, earlier he was overthrowing people, and now it's just a little bit later.
Little pump and go on the fade, and they return the favor with an interception. Picked off by Johnny Henderson, his first pick of the year. And so they at least get it closer in terms of the turnover disparity. They're -3 now.
Yeah, Jonathan Henderson having a great game. We've seen him blowing up a play against Deal earlier, and goes up right there and high points the ball like he's a receiver. I mean, that was a great go up and get the ball. And that was a nice pump and go. You saw Valdez, he really pumped it. It was like a little 2-step turnaround and then go. He stayed right on it, makes a great play.
First Naaman Forest turnover of the game. Rowlett from their own 41. Down 23-0, 5:44 to go. First and 10, play action RPO. Again, not afraid to throw it in traffic. And finds his man, Caleb Stiggers Blair, a pickup of 6.
Well, that was a different play that I've seen in a while. I mean, they send Ty Carr, their tackle, from the left to go over to the right and make that play. And if he doesn't get there, I think that whole play is going to get blown up. He just makes a good play in there, and he meets, I think, Deal right off the bat, kind of knocked him backwards, but he's such a big guy, he was able to stick in there and make a play.
2nd down, ground game again, and not a whole lot for Dewanye Newton, just 1 that time, and Bishop Titus and Chris Moe got him. And by the way, this defensive front, they, you talk about both Deals, Tommy Dunn, Chris Moe, and you can put Davis in there too, Bishop Titus that we just saw.
Yeah.
This is not only a good line, they're deep.
Yeah, they're deep. I mean, Titus, he's 6'1", 235, and you can see how strong he was.
On 3rd down, quarterback going to try to run for it. Trey Carr, the first down stake. Upended, hit hard, and it's going to depend on the spot. We'll see. From here, it looks like he's a little short.
I know, 'cause I thought he's going to have a chance. I mean, but Clayton Thomas shows some closing speed right here. I mean, I think he has a shot right there, but look, watch number 4 come flying through there. Boom.
By the way, that was Yarborough running the Wildcat that time. I think they've got Yarborough in there at the quarterback spot, giving him a little chance, get a little Wildcat action. 4th and short. Defensive tackle jumps, free play. Yarborough, who doubles as a running back, spinning off of a hit. He's going to get the first, but he would have had it anyway via the penalty.
Yeah, so about 4th and an inch.
Offside. Defense. Number 61. 5 yards. Results in the first down.
And they're going to take the penalty rather than the play there. So that'll be 5 yards as the Eagles with 3:43 to go able to move the sticks, but just not much at all for this Rowlett team. 94 total yards, 201 for Naaman Forest so far in this game. And this is a Rowlett team that averages 36 points a game. Here's the snap. You've got a new quarterback in there as Ovali throws it deep and it goes incomplete. Got a brand new quarterback in there, Sebastian Ovali.
Well, they didn't give him much time to mess around, did they? They said, okay,
No.
you're going to go in. You're going to start throwing the ball around.
I hope he's loose.
Don't give him any handoffs,
Hey,
nothing.
you've got the win. What are you complaining about?
Yeah. I mean, hey, welcome. Welcome to 6A football. Just come in and start tossing it.
And he's got some length on him, too. Going to play fake to Yarborough. The ball's batted down. Right back in his face, and it goes incomplete.
Guess by who?
I'm going to guess Devin Deal.
Yeah.
Boy, he got up there. And that's another thing. You know, defensive line coaches are always training these players to know when to put their hands up and to put them up on time. And they do it every time. They're so well coached, just fundamentally sound down there.
Yeah, but there's some things you just can't coach. It's called instinct, and that guy's got it. I mean, that dude has it.
Ovale to throw over the middle, low and incomplete. Went to the slant again, and they tried to hit Jordan DeLuna for the 3rd time of this game. Creighton Thompson in coverage.
Got tipped, I think, right there.
Rowlett's got to kick it away. 3:11 to go in this second quarter. The Eagles just struggling on offense without question. Less than 100 total yards in this first half. It's a team that averages over 225 a game. They typically do it with defense. It's a high snap. Martin gets it away. Kingsley Bennett misjudges it. It hits him. It's loose. It's a free ball. Was Bennett able to hop back down on it? I think it was.
Is that Jonathan Henderson back there again? I mean, that guy's everywhere tonight for the Eagles. Well, fortunate for Naaman Forest, they didn't give that ball up inside the 10-yard line.
That's right. 3:03 to play. You know, you played, I don't want to say a virtually flawless game, but statistically speaking, you've got a shutout working. It would have been a shame for them to have given that ball up deep. Going to try to bounce it here. Bennett inside. They set the edge. He's going to get 5, maybe 6 out of it.
Boy, he had a lead blocker that just really dominated his man and gives Bennett some time to make a move. Watch this right here. Boom, just take him down. That's Devin Deal again making that lead block. And then Bennett's just so quick and shifty. He's able to just hop, step, and pick up some more yards.
Valdez again will go to Bennett. He only needed 3, ends up tumbling up to the 24-yard line as we roll inside of 2:27 here.
I mean, I guess I'd run behind big old number 75 Smith as well. Smith's been battling all night with Brown on that defensive front, and he's been doing a pretty good job.
Kingsley Bennett has had the last 2 carries, and he's averaging close to 11 yards per carry tonight, and he's got that had that big run down to the 1-yard line too, and the 40-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah, he's having a good night tonight.
4 wides on 1st and 10. Big pressure. And almost intercepted. And I believe it was. Picked off. Taiwan Edwards. His first pick of the year.
Well, he has time to toss it out there. Edwards just makes a great play, goes up and gets it. So 2 back-to-back turnovers for the Eagles.
Boy, it has been a turnover fest. What is that, 5 we've seen between the two teams tonight? We had the Magua interception.
2 of them.
2 Magua interceptions, a Rowlett fumble, another fumble. Let's see, let me count this up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, Rowlett with it back from the 49-yard line. And again, the defense just too much. Unbelievable. This defense, Marcus Deal that time, wrapping up Dewanye Newton.
Boy, they're getting some penetration in there.
Chandler Davis in there too on that second down play, and that's not even close to his intended target. It brings up 3rd down and long. Stiggers Blair was the intended target. This is a brand new quarterback, Sebastian Ovale, in his 2nd series of downs, has yet to complete one.
It's good to see some guys getting an opportunity to play. He probably feels like, man, I can do this, but you get in there, you need a little bit more than just 1 series, so it's a good thing that he's getting out there and getting warmed up. Maybe things get moving fast when you first get in a game like that.
3rd and 12 for the senior. Ovale steps up in the pocket, keeps his eyes downfield, and he's pushed out of bounds. Able to run for close to 5 on that play, but hey, this Naaman Forest defense so fast. Terrence Landrum was there along with Creighton Thompson.
Well, that pocket closed in a hurry.
Ovale looks to be a good athlete. Fourth and 8.
Going to the Wildcat, maybe?
It's under a minute to go, and we've seen Wildcat. Right now you've got Kingsley Bennett lined up at quarterback. Yarborough had been taking some Wildcat snaps earlier in the game.
He's put 1 minute, 17 seconds on the game clock.
Anybody catch that?
I think he's saying put 1 minute and 30 seconds on the game clock or something. Minute 17, okay. Yeah, I couldn't hear very well, but they've added a couple of seconds on there.
23-0 in favor of Naaman Forest. Rowlett on 4th down will go for it. Yarborough, running back, will take a Wildcat snap. That's when you have a running back take the snap. Going to back up to punt. He's got the wind at his back. Boots it as hard as he can. Going to check up. This is going to be a really nice kick. Down inside the 10-yard line. It's close to 40 yards for Yarborough on the boot.
I mean, that seems like it works an awful lot of the time. You know, it's like, how do they kick that ball so good out of that? But just take a couple of steps back and boot it real quick.
It's so effective. There's nobody back there.
Yeah, works great. And that thing was like a golf shot where it hits the green and just backs up.
That's right.
Stops.
It's a little Phil Mickelson backspin on a little wedge, lob wedge. So Naaman Forest has it from their own 8. Look out, Bennett. I beg your pardon. This is the big man. This is Jahari Lee. Jahari Lee across the 20 gets 13 on a big rumble up the middle.
Yeah, I thought, man, if that Bennett, he put on some water weight while he was over there on the bench. About 40 pounds of it.
Donovan Moore ended up taking the big man down. Got an official's timeout here. First down just outside the 20, 49 seconds to go. This has been all Naaman Forest. Isaiah Armstrong, the outside linebacker, is the one down here. Armstrong's had a really good year. Came in with 17 tackles, a tackle for a loss, a forced fumble, a sack to his credit, 2-year starter. And he's improved a lot as this season has gone on. Hopefully he's going to be okay. But you know, you look at Rowlett as a team, Bobby, and what a tough loss they took last week to Wiley. Not just for the mere fact that they lost the game, but The playoffs went out the window. There were playoff implications riding on the outcome of that game last week, and it would take a special act of Congress for Rowlett to make the playoffs at this point. Could still happen, but some teams would have to not be eligible.
Yeah, it's just kind of crazy that you go into a game that you're 3-0 and you lose it, and then you're out of the playoffs. It's one of those years, and the team you lose to hadn't won a game, and they win that one, and they're in the playoffs. So go figure, right?
What a catch here by Kingsley Bennett on a bad toss by Vasquez. But hey, everything going well for Valdez and company tonight. Gain of 3. Second and 7. Inside of 24 seconds, and the play's going to be stopped. Otherwise, Valdez was going to get clobbered.
Timeout. Rowlett, second of the half.
Valdez, by the way, 5 of 11. He's completed just 46% of his passes, but 135 yards tonight passing, 2 touchdowns, but 2 picks. Both quarterbacks have been plagued by the interception tonight. Kingsley Bennett with 79 yards on 8 carries. Jahari Lee with 5 carries for 21 yards. But overall, from a team standpoint, Garland at Naaman Forest has more than doubled the output of Rowlett. 231 yards, Bobby, to just 99.
Yeah, and I think the last 2 possessions for Naaman Forest has kind of, had a couple turnovers, but I think they were just trying to try things out because they really haven't had to throw the ball down the field like they've been doing in these last 2 possessions. They could have been just running it. They've had a heck of a time that first quarter. And
well, and both of these 2 teams, they haven't played the lion's share of the games, just 5 so far. Here's Valdez with a chance over the middle. It's tipped and incomplete. Ball goes right through the hands of his intended target, DeLuna, at around the 45-yard line. They go deep.
Well, you can see how Valdez, he keeps his eyes down the field. I mean, he's watching his receivers the whole time. Even though the pocket is collapsed, he steps up, runs almost to the line of scrimmage before he tosses that thing out there. But watch him, he's just scanning, keeping his eyes downfield. Look at that. Finds his man, zips it.
Just kind of threw it from his hip, didn't he? And this would be a time where you might be able to just run the ball and maybe make this Eagle team use their final timeout. We'll see what happens. It's Jahari Lee needing 7. And it looked like a flag might have come out.
Yeah.
And it did.
It's usually right in the area holding.
Personal foul. Chop block. Number 75, number 54 of the offense. At the distance to the goal. 3rd down.
That's a big penalty right there. Because
Fourth down.
right there gets number 44 in the knee. See how dangerous that is? That's why they call that penalty. Good call right there by the ref. And that was a tough penalty because, you had a 3rd down with 17 seconds left on the clock. You hit that one, no penalty, and you basically run the clock out or make Rowlett take the last timeout.
Yes.
Rowlett, 3rd and final of the half.
Rowlett takes that final timeout to stop the clock in a 23-0 game, and they won't have any left.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you take that timeout. The clock had already stopped because of the personal foul.
Didn't need to, and you certainly wanted to save it for offense if you needed it. The thing is here, I would not be surprised to see Rowlett dial up a heavy pressure here. Doug Stevens, who's in his 8th year, I would think would be sending everybody at the punter. 10 guys, 1 guy back deep to receive, but all 10 you would think would be coming at him.
Well, if you do get the ball, I think unless you're really open to run that ball, you've got to save the time. So it's one of those things. Maybe you just fair catch it, put your offense on the field. I'm not exactly sure, but you only have 12 seconds. You have no timeouts left.
Here's the snap. Big pressure, and they got the punter, and here comes the flag. Ball is hit at the 43 and down, but this is going to be against Rowlett. They came after the punter, but they ended up roughing him. Cisco Scofetti got hit hard.
And that'll do it for the half.
Running into the kicker, number 28 of the defense. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
So they marked, I believe they called it a 5-yard penalty. So that would not be enough to move the sticks, I don't think. It was 4th and 8. I guess they will give them a first down.
Yeah, it looked like they moved the chains.
They did move the chains. And that'll give them a chance to go into victory formation here and go to the half.
That's exactly right. Go there and be happy with your lead.
So at the end of the first half, Naaman Forest with a 23-0 lead over Rowlett here on GRS TV.
In Garland ISD, we're providing a higher level of education. Our students not only choose their own path to success, but arrive there faster. We're eliminating thousands of dollars in college tuition costs with our P-Tech and early college high school programs. Students can graduate with as many as 60 college credit hours, an associate's degree, or an industry certification, all for free, and all from the comfort of a traditional high school. By teaming up with area colleges and industry partners like Microsoft, Google, Parkland Hospital, Wells Fargo, and Gulf States Toyota, our students are gaining real work experience and real college credit. So be inspired, be amazing, be whoever you want to be. Choose Garland ISD.
Welcome to the 2020 Naaman Forest Homecoming festivities. Savannah Cavazos is our first member of our Ranger Royalty Homecoming Court. Her parents are Noelle and Valerie Cavazos. While at Naaman Forest, she is involved with the varsity golf team, a member of DECA, and part of the Global Business Magnet program. The person that Savannah respects the most is her mom because she's her biggest role model. One achievement that she's most proud of is becoming a Ranger DECA officer. Devian Dill is a member of our Ranger Royalty Homecoming Court. His parents are Michael and Nicole Dill. At Naaman Forest, he is involved with DECA, AVID, football, basketball, as well as track and field. After high school, Devin plans to play college football and earn a degree in architecture. The three things that he cannot live without are his sports, his music with his headphones, and his phone. If Devin could trade places with someone else for a day, it would be LeBron James. Migdalia Delgado is our next member of the Ranger Royalty Homecoming Court. While at Naaman Forest, she plays on the Ranger Ladies Varsity Soccer team. One of the happiest days of her life was her 18th birthday. She had lots of fun. She is most proud of being a model and of being recognized by others. Some of her favorite movies are Twilight, 7 Years, and The Fast and Furious. Tommy Dunn Jr. is a member of the Ranger Royalty Homecoming Court. Tommy plays football and runs track for Naaman Forest. He recently committed to play football for Kansas. If a movie were made about Tommy's life, he would like Michael Jordan to play him. The person that Tommy respects the most is his father, because he taught Tommy how to face the real world. Mackenzie Fletcher is a member of the Ranger Royalty Homecoming Court. While at Naaman Forest, she's been involved in cheerleading, and this year she serves as captain of the varsity squad. She's also the class of 2021's treasurer and a global business magnet student. The best advice she ever received was everything happens for a reason. God has a plan. The three people that Mackenzie would invite to dinner are God, Granny, and Leonardo DiCaprio. Moon Wynn is a member of the Ranger Royalty Homecoming Court. He is pictured with Lan Vo, his mom, and Starvo, his sister. While at Naaman Forest, he has played tennis and is a member of the National Honor Society. Moon plans to go to medical school to become a dermatologist. The three people that Moon would invite to dinner are Nicki Minaj, Michelle Obama, and Serena Williams. His favorite word is no, because the word holds immense authority. Valerie Granados is a member of the Ranger Royalty Homecoming Court. She is pictured with Myra Guzman, her sister. The best advice that Valerie ever received is to love yourself in order to love others around you. A memorable high school moment for Valerie was last year's homecoming. The person that Valerie respects the most is her loving and hardworking mom. Tommy Wynn is a member of the Ranger Royalty Homecoming Court. His parents are Kwa Wynn and Q Trin Tran. His activities at school include swimming and diving, track, and volunteer work. The three things that Tommy could not live without are his friends, his family, and good food. If Tommy could trade places with anyone else for one day, it would be Michael Phelps. Alexis Griffin is a member of the Ranger Royalty Homecoming Court. Her parents are Brian Griffin and Dorleraine Wright. Alexis is a 4-year varsity track member. She is also involved in HOSA and clinical rotations. After high school, she plans to attend the University of Houston and study psychology. The three people that she would like to invite to dinner are Michelle Obama, Beyonce, and Florence Griffith. A memorable high school moment was when Alexis qualified for regionals in track. Daniel Wynn is a member of the Ranger Royalty Homecoming Court. He is pictured with Tu Wynn, his sister. Daniel's high school activities include cross country, track and field, and being a member of the National Honor Society. The best advice he ever received was look both ways before crossing the street. The person that Daniel respects the most is his dad. Daniel would choose Leonardo DiCaprio to play him if a movie were ever made about his life. Aaliyah Henderson is a member of the Ranger Royalty Homecoming Court. She is pictured with Cordell and Tara Henderson, her parents. Aaliyah is a member of the Sterling Stars, our varsity drill team. After graduating from high school, she plans to study veterinary medicine at the University of Houston. The best advice that Aaliyah ever received was from her grandpa, which is when you know better, you do better. Shub Patel is a member of the Ranger Royalty Homecoming Court. At Naaman Forest, he is a member of the cross-country team, the track and field team, the academic decathlon team, as well as a member of the National Honor Society. Some of his favorite movies include Avengers Endgame, Avatar, and Jumanji. If she could trade places with anyone for one day, it would be Bill Gates. Blessing Ahime is a member of the Ranger Royalty Homecoming Court. Oliver and Loveline Ahime are her parents. At Naaman Forest, she's active in HOSA, DECA, the STEP team, cheerleading, and the Global Business Magnet program. Blessing's plans after high school are to study physiology so that she can become a physical therapist and open up her own business. If she could invite 3 people to dinner, they would be Michael and Jason, her brothers, as well as Olivia, her sister. Colton Robotham is a member of the Ranger Royalty Homecoming Court. He is pictured with Tony and Kelly Robotham, his parents. At Naaman Forest, he's active in golf, the National Honor Society, the National Business Honor Society, DECA, and the Global Business Magnet program. In addition to his activities at Naaman Forest, he also serves as Vice President of Competition for Texas DECA. A memorable high school moment was winning district for golf his freshman year. Zamira Miranda Garcia is a member of the Ranger Royalty Homecoming Court. Blas Miranda and Angelina Garcia are her parents. For the past 4 years, Miranda has been on the drill team and currently serves as senior lieutenant. Miranda has also been a member of the choir all 4 years of high school. For the last 2 years, she's also been a member of the Renaissance Choir. In addition, she serves as a choir officer this year. The person that Zamira respects the most is Mrs. Thompson because of her dedication to her work. Ricardo Revolcaba is a member of the Ranger Royalty Homecoming Court. Ricardo Revolcaba and Amparo Marin are his parents. After high school, Ricardo plans to join the United States Navy and study business and music. Ricardo respects his parents the most because they work hard for him and his siblings. If he could trade places with anyone for one day, it would be Ralph Lauren for his entrepreneurial spirit and his fashions. Michaela Nickerson is a member of the Ranger Royalty Homecoming Court. Isaiah and Andrea Nickerson are her parents. At Naaman Forest, Michaela is a member of the STEP team as well as a varsity cheerleader. After graduation, she plans to attend Prairie View A&M to study business marketing. The person that Michaela respects the most is her mom. Michaela's goal is to become an entrepreneur in the fashion industry. Alejandro Solis is a member of the Ranger Royalty Homecoming Court. At Naaman Forest, he's involved with the agriculture department and the soccer team. After graduation, he plans to work with his father. The best advice that Alejandro has ever received is the comeback is always greater than the setback. The 3 people that Alejandro would invite to dinner are Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, and Bill Gates. Charmaine Porter is a member of the Ranger Royalty Homecoming Court. Nathaniel Porter and Sean Johnson are her parents. Charmaine is a captain of our STEP team and a member of theater productions. After graduating from Naaman Forest, she plans to study social psychology and work for the FBI. A memorable high school moment was when we had a lockdown during her STEP team class. It was so hard to stay quiet because everyone was so goofy being around each other. Austin Valdez is a member of the Ranger Royalty Homecoming Court. Armando and Elsie Valdez are his parents. He plays on the varsity football team and scoring his first touchdown was one of the happiest times of his life. He plans to play football in college while studying business administration. One of his proudest accomplishments is being named a National Merit Scholar. And our homecoming king for the 2020 is Tommy Dunn Jr. Our homecoming queen for 2020 is Blessing Ajaime. Congratulations to our entire Ranger Royalty Homecoming Court.
halftime here at Williams Stadium. Naaman Forest with a 23-0 lead over Rowlett. And it was a turnover fest, to say the least, in that first half, Bobby. 6 turnovers between these two teams.
Yeah, it was kind of a back and forth. I mean, and that's really what got Naaman Forest in the lead, was those couple of turnovers, those interceptions early.
There's one of them. And what a nice play there by the Naaman Forest safety going over there to get it, Magua.
Yeah, and then Rowlett does a good job of holding them out of the end zone. But boy, what a kicker they've got from Naaman Forest.
There's the big turnover after the interception of the second possession. They coughed it up at the mesh point.
Rowlett holds them.
Trying to punt. And then there's the big man, Jahari Lee, right between the tackles.
Of course, that comes off of the big, long 46-yard run by Bennett. Steps out at the 1-yard line, and then the following possession, Bennett said, not this time, I'm going to get in the end zone.
40 yards he went. And there's a pitch play gone wrong. Another turnover there for Rowlett, one of their 4 turnovers. Naaman Forest, how about that throw across his body?
He kind of shoots it from the hip, doesn't he?
He did, and Devin Deal, the beneficiary there, and he went the distance for the score. And there's Velasquez throwing the turnover, his second pick of the first half. Rowlett returning the favor with an interception of their own.
Yeah, Henderson goes up top and gets that one. Having a heck of a game right there.
Johnny Henderson starting because Simsic not available. What a great catch. That was the interception there by Gonzalez. And as we start this second half, it is a 23-0 score, as this Naaman Forest team trying to post their 4th win of the year. And they will start on offense to begin.
Well, we go into the halftime with Naaman Forest with 233 yards, 135 on the ground, 2 interceptions, 98 yards rushing. Pretty clean game as far as penalties.
Valdez handing it off. Here comes Kingsley Bennett on a sweep. And Rowlett getting to it quickly, but not before he's got 5 yards. Kingsley Bennett running into Ja'Cory Brown, who raced him down at tackle.
You know, and Bennett's had a great game. He's had 79 yards on the ground. He's almost averaging 10 yards a carry.
Just 8 carries. And again, still looking for his first touchdown. That was Jahari Lee's in that first half. 2nd and 5. Give it back to Kingsley Bennett. Trying the left tackle spot this time. Not much, maybe 1.
He also had 69 yards in the air. Of course, he had that long touchdown catch. So, boy, he's really putting it together.
He's had a great game so far. And again, he came in with 527 yards rushing, averaging 6.2 per carry. Looking for his first touchdown tonight. He came in with 2 of those. It's 3rd and 4. We'll see if it's Kingsley Bennett, but they're going to go empty. Whistles will stop the play.
False start on the snap. 1-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Again, you mentioned Kingsley Bennett. Not only had he done it on the ground, 79 on the ground, but you mentioned the 69 yards that he had and the touchdown. Devin Deal also had the 58-yard touchdown reception in that first half. Valdez, 5 of 12, 135 yards, 2 touchdowns and 2 picks so far in this game. 3rd and 8. Pressure from the backside. Valdez going to try for it himself. Started to slide at the first down stake, and they will give it to him. Great decision by Austin Valdez, and he's able to move the sticks.
Yeah, again, you know, everybody tries to slide, and I think it gets you hurt most of the time. I mean, that's kind of how Tony Romo broke his back trying to slide. Remember that?
Yes.
And people come over the top of you. Watch what happens here when you try to slide. Everybody's got that momentum, and then they go right over the top of you and just squish you pretty bad. It's better just run in there head first.
Got rolled over. Here comes Kingsley Bennett again, trying to find a block at the edge. He's forced back inside. He still may go inside the 15-yard line. 53 yards before Taiwan Edwards can get him.
Boy, it just gets a good seal-off block. They've really found something because they are getting to the outside. Bennett is having his way out there. Look at big number 15. We always see Ja'Cory Brown chasing these guys down 60 yards down the field. That guy's got a motor on him now.
Kingsley Bennett 138 yards on the ground. Once more.
Get to the outside.
Wants the edge. Needs a block. He's got a touchdown. Flag comes in. A 10-yard scamper for the score, but will it hold up? Come back, so wipe off the touchdown there for Kingsley Bennett. Would have been his first of the game on the ground and his second overall. He's already had a touchdown reception, as we mentioned.
Holding. Offense, number 12. 10 yards, spot foul. Replay, first down.
Eli Albert, the junior wide receiver, got called for the hold. Albert, a guy that broke his collarbone last year. Watch him get to the edge. And then got hit at the goal line, but to no avail. First and goal from the 15 and another flag. Penalty fest here to start.
Prior to the snap. False start. 19 of the offense. 5 yards. First down.
Bryson Huey with a false start. 23-zip in favor of Naaman Forest, but they're going the wrong way here. Naaman Forest taking the second half kickoff from their own 25, as you've got a chance to see Jesse Perales, 47-year-old head coach.
You got to be proud of your team, the way they've come out here and performed.
In single coverage inside the 10. They find Devin Deal on the drag. Flo went to the left. Deal came to the other side.
Yeah, I mean, what a beautiful pass right here. Look at this. He comes out here. Deal's coming from the other side of the field. And he just kind of floats in front of those linebackers and goes up and gets that ball. I mean, there was a lot of gray jerseys around him, but Valdez is just, he's really got that really quick throw. He just pops it out there to him.
Second and goal from the 8. Valdez to Jahari Lee, and what a load. Inside the 5, picks up 6 yards.
Yeah, you see how they move big number 85, Dunn, from right to left, and he becomes their lead blocker. Watch this. He comes over from right to left, and then, boom, he takes up and pushes the pile, and then all of a sudden you got 200-pound Jahari Lee leading with it. Boy, it's hard to stop. I wouldn't doubt if they come back and do the same play again.
Give it right back to the big man?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see what he does. Jahari Lee already has 1 rushing touchdown.
There it is.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Naaman Forest. Austin Valdez with a quarterback keeper.
Yeah, they couldn't stop it. I mean, same thing. See 85? Just gets in there, and he grabs the quarterback and pushes him in.
Yeah.
Declined.
Almost carried him in.
And then Jahari Lee from behind gives him another push. I mean, you got a lot of leverage right there. Watch this. He grabs him, pushes him, and then Jahari Lee comes in and pushes it too. And then you got big number 75, Smith, coming through there and pushing it well. You can't stop that.
Francisco Castillo bangs it through. 8:09 to go here in the third. And the Rangers out in front 30-0 over Rowlett on GRS TV.
If you think all education is equal, think again. In Garland ISD, we believe that choice determines destiny. With the freedom to choose your school and customize learning, no other district compares to Garland ISD. A 21st century education, pre-K through 12, with career and tech courses, college degrees, national merit recognition, and advanced academics that not only prepare students for college, but prepare them for life. You want the best? Choose the best. Visit garlandisd.net and enroll your children today. We're bigger than Texas. We are Garland, USA.
7 plays, 75 yards in 3:51 to start quarter number 3 as Naaman Forest with a 30-0 lead against Rowlett. The Eagles will get it for the first time here in this third quarter. But Naaman Forest, we mentioned how this is somewhat of a preparation game for their big matchup next week with North Garland, and they have come out tonight and they have applied the wood.
Yeah, I'd say that for sure. That first drive just came out, and I mean, Rowlett just didn't have anything to answer. They couldn't stop it.
Short kick this time. If it lands, it's live. It lands right on the sideline, and it goes out of bounds. It looked like they wanted a little bit more as we saw Kylan Johnson racing down the field. They want to try to grab that ball had it landed.
Yeah, it's a kind of a dangerous kick, isn't it?
Yeah, real dangerous.
Kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Rowlett selected to add 5 yards to the out of bounds spot. First down.
Like you said, that thing, if that hits the ground, it's live ball.
Now, this Rowlett team, one of the things that they wanted to do coming in was to execute against the big defensive front and wanted to negate the explosive plays. They knew it was going to be kind of a meat grinder game compared to what we saw last week with Wiley. Rowlett gave up a lot of explosive plays, some big ones, to the Pirates last week, and it really cost them. From their own 38, 8:09 to go here in the third. Trey Carr with a play action and has his man up the right side close to a first down on the screen pass. It's the third time they've hit Jordan DeLuna tonight.
He tosses it out there. Watch Ivory. This is what you call a shoestring tackle. Whoop! He just barely gets that foot.
Trey Carr now 13 of 19, and he has just now gone over the 100-yard mark. Keeping on the ground to Dewanye Newton, this time still fighting.
The ball's
Ball
out.
has come out again, and Naaman Forest has it again. Rowlett has fumbled it now 3 times in the game. How about Devin Deal?
That's what I was going to say. Could it be anybody else? I mean, how did Devin Deal end up with that ball? What happens here? He gets wrapped up, and I think Devin Deal has him, and that ball just pops right out. It just flings out.
Boy, they have just had a hard time with ball security tonight. That is the third fumble tonight. That's the 5th turnover for Rowlett.
Yeah, it's putting a lot of pressure on that defense.
Jahari Lee acting as if he's a scat bag, trying to make a cut, gets 3 out of it. I like the addition of Jahari Lee.
Thing is, when you do that cut back right in the middle of the field, you're going to run into big number 15 because that guy is moving to the ball all the time at Ja'Cory Brown. And watch, you move back that direction, and that's who you're going to run into, 1-5.
You know, that Jahari Lee's just doing a great job of working himself into game shape, as we mentioned. He's got a chance here, gets a block on a kick out. Big first down carry, picks up 10. Got a good block from Will Cabanis, his left tackle.
Well, you see how strong his arms are? Look how
Yes.
thick they are. And when he hits that hole, he gets really low. He's only 5'9".
And they love the fact that, you know, he's having fun now in practice. This guy comes to work, and he's working himself into game shape and getting more carries as the season goes along, as we see now Francisco Beltran come in to play quarterback for Valdez, who finishes his night 6 of 13, 147. We'll see if he may come back in a little bit later. Beltran, offset eye next to him. Jahari Lee becoming the primary back on this drive, picks up 1. That's it.
Beltran, he's played at the beginning of the season quite a bit.
He did.
He was 7 of 20 for 165 yards earlier in the season. So he's been in there. He knows what's going on.
And he comes into this game 8 of 22 for 210 yards, a touchdown, and 1 interception. Did have a 91-yard pass completion to Devin Deal earlier in this season. 2nd and 9. Power play. Lee, a cut, and picks up 4 or 5 extra yards. Ends up getting 6 on that play to bring up 3rd and 3.
Well, I think that offensive line is just really starting to wear people down. I mean, you can see they're just starting to pick up some yards every time, 5, 6, 8 yards. Big old Smith, 75. He's just probably having his way now. They just getting on people and driving them.
Jahari Lee had 70 total yards for the season coming in. He's got 41 tonight, and he's carried it 10 times. Give it to him again for number 11 to move the sticks. Jahari Lee. Lee, the load, does a number and gets down inside the 25-yard line. But it's good to have guys like Jahari Lee that you can go to spell Bennett.
Yeah, because Bennett's your quick outside guy. They toss it to him real quick, and he gets out there and makes people miss in the open field. And then you follow it up with a big, thick 200-pound back. It's just hard to figure those guys out, what they're going to do.
Got 2 backs in there now. Mekhi Bird alongside Kingsley Bennett. No Lee. It's going to be Bennett, this time running off tackle and ends up running right into the teeth of the defense. Donovan Moore, who was down in the box, the safety, makes a hard hit, just a gain of 1 there for Kingsley Bennett. Always like a safety who will come up and run support.
You know, I think that they feel that, you know, they've got Beltran in there. They're probably not going to throw too much, and they can probably try to get in there and stop the run. I think that's probably what the defense is, and they got 6 down linemen. 2nd
and long, and this time a rare carry for James Quezada. And he's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. One thing about Francisco Beltran, though, he brings that experience and the great leadership and the work ethic. And he blew his ACL out in week 2 last year. And it's good to see him. And also seen James Quezada, who just got that last carry. But Beltran, a guy that they were hoping that he could lead the troops going into the season. It's been a question mark there at quarterback.
Yeah, but I think Valdez, man, he's really shown that he can lead this team. He's really an accurate quarterback.
Yes.
Keeps his eyes downfield constantly.
On 3rd down, Beltran gets sacked. First sack of the night. And that time it's Michael Ubicon who picks up his 4th sack of the year.
Well, he gets loose in a hurry, didn't he? I think they thought that running back was going to step in the way of that one, and he said, well, Ubicon's pretty fast and pretty big.
Yeah. Ubicon and Annie M, those are the 2 ends here for Rowlett. They've done such a great job. I think the front 4 for Rowlett, when they play with an edge, they can be just as effective as those 4 for Naaman Forest at times.
After the play, personal foul, number 56 of the offense, 15 yards, 4th down.
Abdulati Darkazelli, the left guard, the 6'1", 265-pound senior, getting flagged after the play.
Yeah, he's been battling all night, though. That guy, he's the one that pulls and leads the way for Bennett and Jahari Lee, and so he's really an active player, and he's probably been hitting people blindsided all night long, and there's probably a lot of words going on out there.
They've got the offense out. It's 4th down and about 27. They're going to run a play. Beltran, lucky. Oh, the ball did come out. Came out. Naaman Forest picked it up. What bodies flying out all over the place out there. Johnny Ray right in the middle of it. It's going to be a turnover on downs and a loss of 2.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went ahead and did that. I guess they trust that their defense is going to be that good because they've really only had Rowlett 99, about 100 yards total offense this entire game. So I think that they feel pretty comfortable that they've got their number. And maybe they just said, hey, let's just let's just have a chance at it. I think Beltran was even going to try to throw that ball. That's why it came out.
I think that's why they ran that play, just to get him maybe a throw.
Yeah. And I feel like they just feel that they're comfortable out there on defense. What Rowlett's going to do.
Now Rowlett comes back out on offense this time, down 30-0. And they've lost just the one game, and it cost them the playoffs last week. Play action. Carr's going to go to the right side on a screen pass. And it maybe one. That's about it. That's all they get. Terrence Landrum ends up bringing down Corey Kirkling. Kirkling is a guy that he really stepped up. Had 3 catches last week, 57 yards against Wiley. He had 3 against Garland, too. Guy that just keeps getting better, real smart. Yarborough been the feature back at times tonight. He's back there again. It's second down over the middle. Finds his man, Stiggers Blair, the skinny post. Pays dividends, 16 to move the sticks.
Inside slot guy. They had 3 out left, and he was the inside one. And he just does a quick little slant. Got great hands, Stiggers Blair.
Matua Magwa, who's got 2 interceptions tonight, is the guy that made the tackle of the secondary.
Yeah, he's playing that free safety back there, and he's just reading the quarterback and going to the ball.
Trey Carr on 1st and 10, pressured late. Threw it over everybody's head. Looking for a wide open receiver in Ernest Thomas, who had that big kick return touchdown last week. He was running a deep dig, but the pressure caused Carr to be high on that throw.
Yeah, or he thought that the dig was supposed to go to the outside, because, I mean, he really throws it to a spot.
Well, huge pressure in the middle. Just unloaded. 2nd and 10. Eagles having a hard time taking off here. They have been shut out so far. Over the middle, single coverage, had his man, had his step, could not find Hector Soto up the seam.
A little slant and go. Boy, he was wide open.
Third and 10, a minute and a half to go here in this third quarter. 30-0. Naaman Forest. They were picked to win the district. They are in first place right now. And again, they've essentially got a playoff game next week with North Garland. The Eagles need some help to get in. Pressure again. They've got his man against the zone, able to hook up and pick up the first down. That was, again, the 4th time they found Jordan DeLuna. He's their leading target tonight.
Yeah, he's playing that outside, and that was just a nice 10, 12 yards straight in, and Trey Carr put it on the money. That's what you want. It's got to be a timing shot. You got to have that timing with your receivers and just trust that they're going to be there in the spot.
Carr noticing they had gone into the zone defense there. Trey Carr again tonight has not been terrible. 15 of 23, 123 yards, but he does have the 2 picks. Would like to at least try to even it out with a touchdown pass or 2. We roll inside of 50 seconds here in the third. Carr stepping up, tossing it over the middle. It's incomplete. It had his man double covered. Hector Soto again. And again, the safeties are just all over the place tonight, including Thompson, the cornerback. Got a flag down, it looks like. Got a hold against the Eagles.
Agua playing that free safety out there, though. I mean, it's just, when you have a safety like that, it just kind of gives your corners a little break. You can get beat a little bit, and that safety's going to come over the top and knock it out. He tackle right here. See, grab him and just pull him back. Yeah, that's a good call right there. Yeah, we haven't seen him go to Ernst Thomas.
No.
You know, and he's been their big time go up and get it ball hawk. He's playing down to the left of your screen, the bottom of your screen. And he just hasn't had an opportunity to catch a ball tonight.
After the penalty, it's going to be 1st and 20. And the pressure's really disrupted the passing game, though, of Rowlett. Naaman Forest showing blitz here. Here they come. Quarterback draw out of it, and he ran into his own guy. Trey Carr runs into his own man's back, only gets 5, maybe 6. Otherwise, he might have gotten into the 2nd, 3rd level.
Yeah, he's trying to get a block in there. It's just that defense was just playing it good. They were just bouncing around, not allowing anybody to get on them. Just really stopped him from running that ball. There's nowhere to go.
2nd and 14. Big pressure up the middle, and down goes Carr. Oh, what a play in the middle by Marcus Deal. 3rd sack of the season. And what a play.
Well, if you get away from one deal, you get hit by the other. What's the deal?
Which deal?
Man, they're just coming in with fire.
Woo!
You know, I was watching Ernst Thomas there, and he opened up in the middle. There was really nobody covering him, but, boy, when you got the deal coming in like that, you just had no chance of finding him.
30-0 Naaman Forest on GRS TV.
If you think all education is equal, think again. In Garland ISD, we believe that choice determines destiny. With the freedom to choose your school and customize learning, no other district compares to Garland ISD. A 21st century education, pre-K through 12, with career and tech courses, college degrees, national merit recognition, and advanced academics that not only prepare students for college, but prepare them for life. You want the best? Choose the best. Visit garlandisd.net and enroll your children today. We're bigger than Texas. We are Garland, USA.
All Naaman Forest in this one tonight, 30-0 as we go to the 4th quarter. Scott Garner alongside Bobby George. And this Rowlett Eagles team has just been absolutely stunned by the defensive front of Naaman Forest, who has limited a team that averages 36 points to a big fat goose egg through the first 3 quarters of this game.
Big fat eagle egg.
Yes.
I mean, they've been scolded just a little bit so far. I mean, it ain't over, but boy, that defense, front 4 for Naaman Forest has just been dominant tonight.
3rd and 20. Slant in the air a long time, and the ball is dislodged. Had his man who was going over the middle, but Ernest Thomas took a hard shot right over the middle by Thompson, I believe. No, it was Matua Magwa that hit him.
Yeah, boy, what a game he's been playing. I mean, he's been playing safety, so he's just, if that ball's sitting there floating around, he's going to headhunt. That's what he did right there. Boom, just great shot. I mean, he just separated the ball out of his arm. He didn't take a head shot, didn't take a huge shoulder shot. He went for the ball. It was just a great play right there.
Boy, Magwa, a big hitter too, and he's got 2 picks tonight. 4th and 20. Again, pressure. This is a duck in traffic, and it's intercepted. There he is again. 3rd pick of the night by Matua Magwa.
He wants the game ball tonight, I think.
He can have it.
Yeah, I mean, goodness. Playing that safety, boy. And then you see Dunn coming in there so hot, having to get rid of that ball quick.
I don't know, but that's the 3rd pick. They fumbled it 3 times. 6 turnovers tonight that Naaman Forest has generated.
Yeah, it's almost like they knew their season was over, and they just maybe took the week off just a tad and weren't really prepared to play the game tonight. I mean, that's what it kind of looks like. And I hate to say that because, you know, they go out there and everybody's playing as hard as they can. It's just it looks like Naaman Forest has a little bit different fire in their gut.
You know, Rowlett has had 10 possessions. 6 have ended in a turnover.
Wow, that's just really not like the Eagles.
It's not. And remember, this was a team that had lost just 1 game coming in. We've got a new quarterback now for Naaman Forest. Jaden Flores, 5'8", 165-pound junior. Coming in now, taking a low snap and giving it to Jahari Lee, He kind of backs up for a gain of 1. 3rd and long now.
A lot of guys coming in and out of the game now, it looks like, for Naaman Forest, kind of switching some players in and out.
Mekhi Bird's going to come in and play running back here. He's going to play at the wing spot. Jaden Flores on 3rd and 7. Going to give it to Lee. Got hit in the backfield. Lost a yard. Smoked by the end, Michael Ubican. So 3 and out, and Naaman Forest will give it right back to Rowlett. We roll at 10 minutes here in this 4th quarter. Again, if Naaman Forest wins, they will go to 4-2, 4-1 in district play. And remember, they were 4-7 last year. They lost in the first round of the postseason last year, but they came on toward the end of the year, Bobby.
Yeah, they started getting better and better and better.
Big time pressure. Rowlett almost got to it. The wind carries it. It's muffed. And he's wrapped up at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, they started coming on, and they had a bunch of returning players this year. And that's why when we saw them play early in the year, we thought, man, they look pretty strong in a lot of positions. And they've gotten better and better as the years went along. I mean, you can see that everybody's kind of settled into their positions, gotten stronger in those positions. You know, their front 4 look really good. They've kind of figured out what plays work for them. And
this punt almost blocked
right through his hands.
Right in the middle. Gabriel Barkwell almost had it. 9:35 to go. Shutout working for Naaman Forest. And the fewest points that Rowlett had scored coming in was 14 in a ball game. Got it to Ernest Thomas, speedy wide receiver after the catch, picks up 9 on that first down play.
We haven't seen a whole lot of Ernest Thomas. They've really shut him down. They just haven't targeted him either.
Low pass out on the edge.
He's a big receiver. He's got big arms, a wide wingspan.
Carr, the post again. Against the zone defense, went right back to Ernest Thomas. Big pickup here, 17 yards before Terrence Landrum, the backup safety, can bring him down.
Yeah, he's like, hey, that's what I've been wanting all day. I told you, just throw it here, you know.
So Trey Carr, 16 of 26. Going into the drive. Timeout going to be called now by Naaman. He's 17 of 27 now after that completion. We'll take a break and be back. 8:49 to go in the game. It's 30-0 in favor of the Rangers of Naaman Forest on GRS-TV.
In Garland ISD, we're providing a higher level of education. Our students not only choose their own path to success, but arrive there faster. We're eliminating thousands of dollars in college tuition costs with our P-Tech and early college high school programs. Students can graduate with as many as 60 college credit hours, an associate's degree, or an industry certification, all for free, and all from the comfort of a traditional high school. By teaming up with area colleges and industry partners like Microsoft, Google, Parkland Hospital, Wells Fargo, and Gulf States Toyota, our students are gaining real work experience and real college credit. So be inspired, be amazing, be whoever you want to be. Choose Garland ISD.
Inside of 9 minutes to go in the game as the Rangers of Naaman Forest trying to preserve a shutout. It's 1st and 10 for Rowlett. And Trey Carr operating here. 17 of 27, 144 yards. Has time over the middle, finds his man again for the 5th time. Jordan DeLuna inside the red zone. And ends up picking up 21 down to the 15 before Matua Magua can make his 6th stop.
Look one way, throw it the other. Now that looked really good. Right on the money.
A rare red zone appearance for the Eagles tonight. They'll go screen left. And maybe one. That's it. Boy, a swarming Naaman Forest defense all over Caleb Stiggers-Blair.
Oh, man. He got picked up and thrown backwards just a little bit. Hey, he caught it. That's all you can ask for a receiver right there. You just catch it and take off with it, but do the best you can.
5th catch for Stiggers-Blair in the game. He's got 37 yards receiving tonight. Again, they go to the screen, but this time it's incomplete. Ernest Thomas, the intended recipient.
Like his eyes turned early to take off running, I think, here. And it goes incomplete.
3rd and 7 now for Rowlett. You know it's 4-down territory. Trey Carr trying to put it in the end zone. And no matter the situation, every defense wants the shutout. And you know that is the case for Naaman Forest right here.
Oh, yeah. If you can shut out the Eagles, well, you want that because the Eagles, they kind of been bossing people around in this league for a while.
Quarterback option. Yarborough swarmed by 4 different orange jerseys right at the point of attack, including Chandler Davis, who was the first guy there. Colton Yarborough bottled up.
There was no go there. Marcus Deal as well.
Well, that's called setting a hard edge, isn't it?
Well, that's a very nice job right there. 32 in there, Davis.
It's 4th and 7. They have to have the 5-yard line to pick it up. Yarborough in there to protect the quarterback. We'll see if they don't dial up a blitz. They'll rush 4 over the middle, goal line. Down to the 1. Nice throw and catch. It's the 6th grab of the night for Jordan DeLuna, season high. Colin Harris saved the touchdown.
Yeah, same play they've ran over and over. Look one way, throw back the other, and he just runs that little dig play right between the zone. Uh-oh.
A late hit on the quarterback, it looks like.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like right there.
So move it up an inch. Shutout in jeopardy here, I would say.
Yeah, I would say get it and lean over.
Let's see what they do.
Clock is running, so you want to save as much time as you can. They're
going to go Wildcat here with Yarborough.
They're letting a lot of time get off the clock on here.
Now here comes Carr. We've seen Wildcat, but they're going to go with a T formation. Yarborough to the edge. Pulled down from behind. What a play. Chamizi Canoe.
Wow, you get your opportunity and you make the best of it.
Lost 2 on that play.
Got out there and made a huge play. I mean, that's an effort play right there where you're diving out there and just grabbing onto whatever you can. And I tell you, the Eagles have wasted over a minute and a half inside the 1-yard line.
They have, you know, Canoe's a backup safety. That's his 12th tackle of the year from a backup safety spot. Carr with plenty of time with the play clock.
Yeah, you'd think you'd want to see him move a little bit quicker to make these plays happen.
Option, and Carr gets hit. Boy, he took a spill at the 2. And you had a couple of different guys in there for this Naaman Forest defense, including Marcus Deal.
Yeah, just nowhere to go. Marcus Deal coming straight down the line of scrimmage.
3rd and goal, 9th play of the drive. Nobody home to the left, and down he goes, and the ball comes out. Naaman Forest has held momentarily. Rowlett has the football, or so the official signaled. It'll be 4th and goal from the 15-yard line. They put it on the deck again.
Wow. That looked like that was supposed to be a pass play. Look, he's throwing, but there is nobody went out for a route. No one. Not one person went out for a pass.
They're going to go for a field goal to break the shutout. Jacob Martin from 32 and a timeout. Naaman Forest to ice him. Oh, my gosh. In a 30-0 game, they want to ice him.
Timeout.
How bad do they want the shutout?
I think, you know, if your defense had a 1st and goal on the inch-yard marker and Rowlett wastes almost 2.5 minutes of the game when you're down for 30 points, and then they back you up to the 15, I think you say, hey, defense, you've done a heck of a job right here, man. Let's go ahead and ice the kicker. Let's try to get this shutout.
How hungry was that Naaman Forest defense to start tonight? I mean, they have been all over the place.
They were Whataburger hungry in the middle of the night.
Well, they sure were. They were looking for a double cheeseburger tonight. 4:36 to go in the game. 30-0 in favor of the Rangers. There may be a couple of slices of bacon on that cheeseburger, too. I mean, really, they had it on the inch line. And now they're going to line up and try to kick a 32-yarder into the wind.
Well,
there's a crew that knows the shutouts on the line.
I can't. I mean, you're down 30. I know it's probably pretty hard to do, but I mean, it seems like you'd have some urgency to go ahead and get that ball in the end zone just a little bit.
Out of the hold of Kiawe Wakiwa. Jacob Martin.
And he didn't get it.
Cannot break the shutout. Pulled it left. 4:31 to go. They were on the inch line and don't score. Boy, when it rains, it pours.
Yeah, I just feel pretty bad for the players there. I mean,
yeah.
One side, you know, you're happy for our team, but then on the other side, you got to think, man, if you just let me go out there and not even call a play, coach, just let me run it for a second, and I probably could get it in there. You know, just let us be athletes. And unbelievable.
347 yards for Naaman Forest compared to 186 for Rowlett. Jahari Lee. Well, he's not done. He's not finished. He's got a first down. Is he finished?
Wow. Can I blow the whistle?
Now the whistle blows. Are you kidding? That's 12 yards. 10 of it came after contact. I said it was Jahari Lee. Was that Bird?
That was a 10-second yard.
What a run. Makai Bird. 5'9", 210, junior running back. I hope we can show you the full highlight before they snap it again. Look how far he pushes the pile.
Yeah. It was about 6 seconds after he got tackled there. He just kept pushing.
15 carries, 75 yards on the season. It's 5 a carry. This time he swarmed under from the backside. That's good play defensively by Ja'Cory Brown. Referee coming in. Don't see a flag.
False start. 54 in the offense. 5 yards. First down.
So they'll mark it off here. You know, it means a lot. I can't impress upon you enough how much breaking a shutout means to a team. You know, this was a Rowlett team that came into the ball game with 3 wins to start the campaign, scoring no fewer than 27 points, and that was in a loss. No fewer than 27 points. They're being shut out right now.
Yeah, that shows you a lot about the character of both teams. I think, you know, you look at Naaman Forest. I mean, I think that they came in really wanting to play good game, and boy, did they come out and play stellar. You got to give a lot of credit to both sides of their trenches, that defensive line, offensive line, their linebackers, the receivers. Everybody played just a really good game, and boy, Rowlett, man, they They put the ball on the ground so many times and turnovers.
6 turnovers tonight for Rowlett. You know, Jesse Perales, we haven't talked a lot about him, but the head coach for Naaman Forest in his second season, 17th year as a head coach, just 47 years of age. Came over here from El Paso, was there 15 years. And he's got a shot to do something in the postseason this year with a team that really makes hay on the defensive side as Mekhi Bird gets a second straight carry back to the original line of scrimmage to set up 3rd and 10. But, you know, teams that are strong defensively always give themselves a chance to win.
Yeah, you know, you have to have the athletes. You have to have the size. You have to have some guys that can really play. And it makes your coaching look real easy, doesn't it?
It does.
I mean,
it certainly does.
These guys out there hustling and playing like they've been playing, it makes it look easy.
You know, it's almost like you say, Larry Grimes.
Hey. Out there doing all the hard work.
Yes, he is in the wind tonight.
Look at that thing he's on,
That
man.
cherry picker. Bird again for a 3 right in the teeth of the defense. And here's Homer Clayton.
Hey, Homer.
Attaboy, Homer.
Socially distancing out there by yourself.
Yes.
Thanks
hey, this
for
crew
the great,
does.
They are. They're good,
This
aren't
crew
they?
does a really good job.
Man, yeah. Can't say it enough.
Just fantastic. There's our LC student, Katydrick. There he is.
Good job, man. Bringing those slow motion videos and those great replays.
You know, a lot of these students, it's such great experience for them as they get out into the workforce someday at a TV station nearby. We roll inside of a minute. Jalen directing the video board tonight. She's also an LC student. Got a timeout called here inside of a minute in a 30-0 game. But it does give us a chance to kind of preview next week's matchup. Bobby, you take a look at it. North Garland and Naaman. The winner will go to the playoffs. Saxe has already defeated South Garland. They will be in. That was a 57-13 contest. Wiley, of course, last week ended up beating Rowlett 30-27. And then Lakeview Centennial and Garland. That matchup, the winner there will also qualify for the playoffs. So it's different this year. They've split the district up into zones. We already have 2 qualifiers for the postseason and waiting on 2 more.
Hey. There's guys running the truck for us.
There they are. They're going to punt it here. Checks up on him. And going to be killed at the 36-yard line. So 30 yards on the boot. 36 seconds to go. Tell you, it's been a long season, but it's also been kind of a quick season too, hasn't it?
Yeah, they got started so late. Usually about this time we're almost into the playoffs, and you know, we're just kind of sorting out who's going to go right now.
Also want to thank our executive producer, Delbert Richardson, for all of his hard work, putting the crew together here on GRS TV. You know, 2 broadcasts a week is quite an undertaking.
Yeah, they do an excellent job, and a lot of times they go from one stadium to the other.
Yeah.
And have to run all these wires and get all their cameras all set up. You know, they get here really early and then leave here really late.
Rowlett takes over, hoping to break the shutout. Don't have much time, though. To the near side, a diving attempt, and it goes incomplete. Stiggers Blair there, the intended target. And Trey Carr tonight, he has been lifted. But Carr in this ball game did a good job to start, but just not enough plays being made. You look at the final numbers for Trey Carr, 21 of 32, 198 yards, had the 3 interceptions. Not a great night in terms of the numbers for Rowlett. And this will be the second straight loss for a team that was actually picked to finish fifth in this district. They were not expected to go to the playoffs this year. On the post, ball was almost intercepted, but Stiggers Blair with a chance to score. To break the shutout, tackled at the 20 with 20 seconds to go.
Well, he's been just all over the field. It's been that same play, just breaking it off in the middle, and he's just finding a little gap there.
Jordan DeLuna, he's the leading target for this Rowlett team. And they're going to call a timeout. They want to, I mentioned how important it is to break the shutout. They want to try to do it. They call their first of 3 timeouts. Tell you what, Jordan DeLuna, he's been all over the map tonight. That's his 7th catch of the game. And he's over 100 yards receiving now.
Yeah, the coaches have definitely seen something there that they know that 10-yard dig in has been wide open all night, and they've been able to find it for the most part. That's been their big play guy is DeLuna.
And it's really a smasher out there on that left side that they keep going to. And you know that Jordan DeLuna's got 7 catches, and Caleb Stiggers Blair has 5. Ernest Thomas with a couple of catches tonight. Kirkling's got 3. Yarborough's got 2. Soto with 2. They've been distributing the ball around, but the turnovers tonight really limiting what Rowlett can do.
Yeah, it's just put their defense in bad situations all night long, and you know, Naaman Forest just been able to capitalize on them.
Sebastian Ovalle on 1st and 10, going to go to the end zone to an open man, and it's broken up. Oh, is that play not apropos to what we have seen tonight from this secondary for Naaman Forest? What a job with the breakup at the goal line.
He was there.
He was there.
The ball just took a little long to get there, and it just let Naaman Forest able to get their guys running and break that thing up. It was there. Just had to be put on a dime.
2nd and 10 from the 20. Ovalle's showing off the good arm that he's got. He's been on the money. Steps up, avoids the pressure. On the fade, got him. Touchdown. They break the shutout. Boy, Ovalle did a great job of stepping up. Hector Soto with his 3rd grab of the year.
Now look at, step up in the pocket. Toss it out there just over everybody's head and let him run under and get it. Soto makes a good play.
Nice play by Hector Soto, and they are on the board. I didn't give them much of a chance. That drive started from their own 36 with 36 seconds to go in the game. And they marched right down the field. And the point after by Jacob Martin is good. 8 seconds to go in the contest. And the Rangers see the lead cut to 23. It's 30-7. The Eagles are on the board. Hector Soto has had a great senior year. That was his 3rd catch of the game, his 13th of the year, his 2nd touchdown grab of the season. And he has really grown up. He's kind of a late bloomer. But what a job he's done, realizing that this is his last year. He's been so coachable this year. They love what he has brought to this Rowlett Eagle team, and he has, the last 2 weeks, he's been a guy that they've gone to quite regularly.
Yeah, if you can get the ball to him, then he can make things happen. He's got great hands, fast.
Hey, how about the presence of Sebastian Ovalle, the quarterback, to step up amid pressure there and then find his man on the fade?
It's nice to have opportunities and then go in there and capitalize off of those opportunities that you get.
That's hard to do when you don't get a lot of reps.
That's exactly right. And he put that ball right where no one else could get it.
Well, Naaman Forest will grab this kickoff, you would think. And they would take what will end up being a 4-2 record into next week.
A lot of happy guys out there, I can tell you that. They're going to go to class tomorrow feeling pretty good.
They are, and they deserve it too. Day before Thanksgiving. They've got a big week, though. They can't take that. They don't get a chance to take a break. They've got to come in just like normal. They may give them a day off, I suppose, tomorrow, but they'll have to come back in, watch tape, and get set for their biggest game of the year, no question, against North Garland next week.
On Friday.
On Friday, that's right, 2
They
o'clock.
play 2 o'clock, yeah.
2 o'clock game. We'll have that game right here on GRS TV. That game will be for all the marbles in the district in terms of going to the playoffs. Again, Saxe's qualified, Wiley's qualified. We'll see Naaman and North Garland battle it out to see who goes, and then Lakeview, Centennial, and Garland to see who will qualify for the playoffs here in the COVID era.
Yeah, because you look at Lakeview Centennial, and that team is a very strong team.
Yes.
They really look good, but they haven't been able to play in a couple of weeks.
Well, that is going to do it. The Naaman Forest Rangers have solidified their 4th win of the district campaign, their 4th win of the season. They have upended the Rowlett Eagles 30-7 tonight. Rowlett ends up falling to 3-2 and 3-2 overall. Rowlett now has lost 2 games in a row after they started 3-0. And an emphatic win that saw the Eagles turn the ball over 6 times in this game. That's got to be close to a program high for turnovers in a game. But Naaman, very workmanlike as they came out, and they tabulated almost 400 yards of total offense in picking up the win tonight. 30-7, the final score. That is going to do it tonight from Williams Stadium for our entire GRS TV crew. For Bobby George, my name is Scott Garner. Good evening, everyone, from Garland, Texas.